huge commissions on just one deal, and it's doing the same thing that you do for any other venue.
So you got a deal that basically gave you referrals, and through the referrals, you got a commission on every single fucking deal that came through. And let's say that resulted in $8,000 a month recurring. You got entitled to a hefty piece of that. That's the $1,500 or $1,600 a month deal that you have right now. All right, guys, we are back. We have another interview here with my man Marco, all the way from
Ontario, Canada, let's go.
Ontario, Canada. So I guess
Yeah,
Marco's trying to put Canada on the fucking map. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he's putting Canada. No, I'm just joking. Marco's putting Canada on the map, even with the high taxes. And listen, bro, this is going to be a good one. Marco, I met through you followed my Instagram page a little over a year and a half ago, close on 2 years ago now, and you saw
yeah,
that I was hiring salespeople into Del Priori Hospitality, our marketing agency, and you inquired and. Was that a good decision or was that a terrible choice?
definitely good decision. Got me into sales, so
Was
I'm
this your
happy
fir-
about that.
and outside of just getting you into sales, I want to talk about one of the specific deals you have later on that's making you, and I'm just going to give the number, over $1,500 a month off of one deal that you've had recurring that you've now had for over a year, right or wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
USD.
and that's USD, $1,500 a month recurring off one fucking deal. And
Mhm.
you got that deal when you were how old?
Um, was that 2023 or 24?
That was late 2023.
I was 17, I think.
17 years old. That's insane. But anyway, we can kind of dive deep into that and explain kind of how you got started, what it's all looked like for you as far as your career as a salesperson in Del Priori Hospitality and whatnot. Now, Marco, when you reached out, you took our sales training, okay? You joined all the Zoom meetings, you learned how to cold call, you even learned our closing scripts, you understood basically our systems for sales and how that all worked, right? Outside of that, you also got in and you obviously learned the appointment setting process, how to book appointments, how to get people to show up, how to actually make sure that they show up nurtured, having an understanding of what our company does. Basically,
Yeah,
you learn the whole process of everything that, we do inside of our company and what that all looks like. Now, with that, you took it and then you got hired by our agency, right? So Dario and I brought you on as a salesperson within our company. Now, what does your day-to-day look like as a salesperson within our marketing agency? Just give like a brief overview.
Well, normally in the mornings we do some sales like practice. We do like just call practice, so, like just going through
Yep.
this the script we have, and then we do some confirming like the appointments that we booked previously,
Hmm.
and yeah, then we just get to dialing. We like there's a little bit of prospecting, so you just look for some of these leads, and then you dial them, get them onto an appointment, and boom, that's pretty much the whole day. And then you let the chat know your wins, all the appointments you booked.
And how do you get paid? And how do you get paid as a salesperson? Give them a breakdown on kind of how that part works.
So you get a percentage of the sales once they close.
Yep.
And that's recurring monthly. So you get paid, I think, at the end of the month, and it's recurring for as long as the clients stay. And normally the clients stay for a while, more than 6 months at least. And
A year
yeah, you
right
get
now is our average retention rate. A year is our average retention rate, which is huge.
yeah,
So you were
that's
right. You
amazing.
were right. You were right with more than 6 months. And most agencies can't retain for a friggin' month or two
Yeah,
months. Everyone gets
yeah.
pretty cooked. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So I want you to tell them the story of the behemoth deal that you got, okay? Because you got one client that basically landed fucking four clients, and this has been huge. This is like not super common, but I want you to tell them that story of kind of how that worked, because that happened pretty early in your career with us. So
Mm.
go ahead and let the viewers know.
Um, well, it was just doing the same thing you do with any other deal, just looking around, trying to find these leads because it's like wedding venues. So we're looking for some wedding venues. I saw this one where typically we look for high-end wedding venues where it's like starting price 10K. And this one, it's a starting price 1,000. But I was looking at it and I'm like, it looks pretty nice. I don't think this is 1,000. Like I feel like they got the price wrong on the website. Something's up with this. I was like, I don't know. So gave them a call, talked to. the owner. I don't think it was on the first try, probably second or third try, and eventually got him on a meeting. And boom, got set up the meeting. Closer took that meeting, and I got several deals from that. Several like in one deal, it's like several venues in one deal, and that stayed
Beautiful.
for a while. So that's been awesome. Huge commissions on just one deal, and it's doing the same thing that you do for any other venue.
Yeah, exactly. So you got a deal that basically gave you referrals. And through the referrals, you got a commission on every single fucking deal that came through. And let's say that resulted in $8,000 a month recurring. You got entitled to a hefty piece of that. That's the $1,500 or $1,600 a month deal that you have right now, which people work all month to make $3,000, maybe $4,000 if they're lucky. You're making serious money off one deal. And do you do anything to make that money at this point, or do you kind of just no, you don't have to. You're not involved in the service delivery. So the recurring commissions are obviously nice. Now, I know
Yeah.
you're friends with Brandon. And if you guys don't know who Brandon is, I did another interview with him. You should go check that one out as well. And Brandon has attempted kind of some sales for different companies and whatnot throughout the course of this journey. And effectively, he told me you can't beat the recurring commissions and the ticket that we give the recurring commissions at how high ticket it is. You have any thoughts on that, Marco? Kind of what do you think of selling for our agency as opposed to other companies as someone that has a little bit of background in multiple sales offers and positions?
Um, well, yeah, definitely the recurring can't really be beat. No one really does that. I mean, I I'm just getting into insurance, and there are products you can sell on insurance that do give you recurring, but it works completely differently. It's like a little more
So,
complicated,
and it's a lot
and
lower. It's a lot lower ticket, right? Typically.
yeah. It works differently, but what I was going to get to is the skill required for that is definitely a lot higher. And at least for those recurring things in insurance, it's only in a specific time of year where you can make sales because there's just like a window where you can sell a certain product that gives you recurring. But like anyways, for any insurance products, more skill is required, like sales skill. For this, it's like it's not that hard. You're just telling someone like a little bit about what you do and that you made a workup, you want to show them on a Zoom call. It's not too difficult. It's pretty straightforward for anyone to learn. Um, so yeah, I mean, anyways, the recurring aspect of it is just something you don't really get from anywhere else, especially like this kind of the skill level is like you don't need that. You don't need to be the best salesman in the world
Yeah,
to get into this. And
you just need to take the training. You need to have an open mind. You need to actually like join, and then from there, if you get hired, you can start making serious fucking money. That's it. You know what I mean? Like it's
and it's
not
just keep
ro
going. It's
yeah,
just
it's
keep
not
going.
rocket science. Keep going. Exactly. You need to have a little bit of grit. You have to be a mentally tough person. If you just give up upon not getting a deal in your first week or your second week, of course you're not going to succeed, right? That's
Yeah.
just generally how it is.
No, and I
So,
mean like um the greatest example of this was on one of the training calls was when I don't remember who you were with, but you were with Sal or someone on the team and they were doing calls. They called someone, or I think you called someone. Yeah, you were
mhm.
showing us. You're like, let's do it like live. You called someone. They were extremely rude. And then you were like, watch, this next one's gonna be a meeting. You call the next one, literally the next dial, boom, meeting. I don't know if that turned into a deal, but it was like,
Boom.
went from super rude person where you might get discouraged to keep doing calls, and then you're like, no, guys, look, next one's gonna be good. Next one was good. You just got to keep that
Guys,
energy going.
sales is all mental and it's all frequency and it's all energy. Once you let your energy drop to here, right? And so you cold call someone and they shit on you. By the time that next call comes around, if you're feeling sulky and if you're slouchy and if you don't want to make that next call, you're not going to book anything. That's just how it is. But if you keep yourself motivated and you're like, you know what? We're good. We are totally fine. We're going to get into the next call and it's going to be a good call. You might get shit on again, but you do not let your frequency drop because you understand that sales is like a season of any sport, right? Like, do you win every single game? No, but you focus on your averages. When you get into slumps, you figure out what you're doing wrong. Think of it like you're a baseball player. You're in the batter's box. Sometimes you're hitting doubles and home runs and you're on fire. And sometimes you feel like you can't hit water if you fell out of a boat. So, how do you adjust? Maybe it's your tonality. Maybe it's certain objections that are new that are popping up. Maybe you're hearing something about time of year, but it's constantly sharpening the sword and pivoting. It's going to make you more and more money through more and more commission. And you could just keep doing better and better. And I'm glad that you're a testament to that, bro. You're fucking killing it. I'm excited to launch a great career for the both of us, and I'm excited for you to be a part of this company long term. And yeah, bro, it's gonna be a journey. We're building something great here, and hopefully, if someone's watching this video and you're thinking about taking the sales training for how to sell for an agency and then potentially getting hired by Del Priori Hospitality, our actual marketing agency, we might have a position for you. And yeah, just know that if you don't take a leap of faith, you're never going to know where you could land. My parents wanted me to become a dietitian. I'm sitting here and I'm a multimillionaire at 20 years old because I chose my own path. I decided that I knew there was something better for me. I knew that I had the bandwidth and I had the work ethic to make something happen, and I did it. And you're a testament just the same way. You saw obviously the work that we were doing over here and the pain that we were putting in. You said, "Hey, this is something that I want to be a part of. I want to start making serious money." You took the leap of faith. And if you don't mind giving a range roughly in recurring commissions as a 19-year-old, right? You're 19 now, Marco? As a
No,
19,
18.
yeah, so as an
Yeah,
18-year-old,
18.
what are you roughly making in monthly recurring commissions without needing to make any additional calls?
Like right now?
Yeah,
Right now, I think around 1,700 a month around there. Like,
1700 $1,700 recurring.
yeah, yeah, recurring. No, I mean like
So,
about that is just like if you go on vacation, a lot of other sales jobs, let's say you go on a 2 week vacation, you make $0 for 2 weeks. And then with
yep.
this, it's like you still get paid at the end of the month the same amount. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess your income wouldn't grow, but at least it's like you get money. You're not just like boom.
So every year you're going to have an additional $20,000 in income, even if you do no extra work at this point, effectively.
Yeah,
There you go. And
exactly.
that's the benefit of the position. You can keep stacking that recurring commission. Well,
Yeah.
bro, I'm proud of you. Good for you. This is what a lot of people are dreaming to do. You can keep stacking that commission higher and higher, which I know you're going to in the near future. And I'm excited. I'm excited for you to be a part of this
It's
company,
a
and I'm excited to grow.
yeah, it's a skill. Like sales is a skill that you can take, other places if you so needed to. Like obviously, I'm thinking of staying here, but if I was ever to go somewhere else, like if anything ever happens where I need to like work somewhere else, it's a skill that like you can transfer to other places. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know, you're stuck to one thing that you learned at this one company and that's the only place you can work at.
Yeah.
Um, Something that can be transferred to anything. So it's
Bingo.
really cool.
Bingo. Marco, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Well, it's
Appreciate
early,
you too, man.
so let's get into a day of actual calls. All right, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you. You have a good one.